Tēnā koutou katoa. I'm Lisa. I work for Caritas Aotearoa New Zealand on domestic social justice issues, which include work on children's rights and other issues. And our work on children has included issues such as child poverty, child protection and child participation rights. So one of the issues that we've looked at is the protection of children. New Zealand's got unacceptably high child abuse statistics. And in the Catholic Church we've had to learn ourselves that generally being concerned for children isn't always enough to protect them. So we've had a look at a number of child protection issues, and of course in the current debate that's included the changes to Section 59 of the Crimes Act. Now the Caritas didn't take exactly the same line as a number of other groups on that issue in 2006 and 2007 when we were considering the question of repealing that section of the Act. We actually said that protection of children was very important and the Act did need to be changed, but we also said that families also needed to be able to make some decisions for themselves, and they needed the protection from unnecessary interference by the state. In Catholic social teaching that's called the subsidiarity of families. Our recommendation based on both of those aspects was that the law needed to be changed, but also there needed to be a threshold for prosecution. The wording we suggested was that should be that minor or intermittent acts not be punished, but we were quite happy with the amendment that came through, which was inconsequential acts. So coming through to the present day, and we're being asked to look at revisiting that issue under the referendum. It's extremely difficult to understand what the referendum question says. The referendum question says, should a smack as part of good parental correction be a criminal offence in New Zealand? Now one of the problems with this is that Section 59, as it was amended in 2007, doesn't actually ban all smacking, as some people are saying. It actually does provide that prosecution will not happen for inconsequential acts. So it's a really difficult question, because in good conscience you could support the current legislation and vote either yes or no to that question. So the main position we're taking on this is actually to say to the government that we would like the status quo to remain. And so whatever the outcome of the referendum, because it is such a confusing question, we believe that it did provide the best balance that could be found between child protection and family subsidiarity. However, the political context of the referendum is that it is being seen that a yes vote is a vote for the amendment as it stands, and a no vote is a vote against the amendment and a return to the status quo before it was changed. So in that context we're recommending a yes vote, because we do believe that the best compromise that could be found for the moment has been found. This has been a really, really difficult issue for everybody. The debates that have been around it have been justified and worth having, but it isn't an issue that either Caritas or the bishops want to see just in terms of very polarised positions. There are good arguments for considering how we can improve our terrible statistics of violence against children. We also do need to always look at what are the powers of the police or the state in these situations. But we have to think, what would Jesus want us to do? And this is Jesus who said, "Let the children come to me." It's very hard to imagine Jesus using violence against children. And the Church and our Catholic tradition calls us to always think of what will be the effect of public policy decisions on the most vulnerable members of society. And given our terrible history of violence against children in this country, we have to protect children.